Archeological Museum. The panel shows the maps of the different areas of the Archeological Museum. The museum is situated in an extraordinary architectural setting, the former convent of the Monastero Maggiore, and annexed to the Church of San Maurizio, founded in the 8th-9th century AD, in an area that contains impressive structures from the Roman era. The exhibition area includes the spaces overlooking Corso Magenta, which include the 17th century cloister, the ground floor and the basement, the inner cloister and the polygonal tower, as well as the spaces overlooking Via Nerone, organized into 4 exhibition floors. Let's explore on the left the map of the spaces overlooking Corso Magenta. From the entrance, we access the 17th century cloister of the monastery, number 1, adjacent to the Church of San Maurizio, located along the upper horizontal side. The cloister houses architectural finds of high artistic quality, which allow us to recreate, at least partially, the monumental appearance of Milan in the Roman late Republican and Imperial times. Moving on to the right, we enter the museum and reach the area where the panels we are exploring are placed, conventionally indicated by "You are here." In the center of this room, there's a large wooden model on an octagonal basis, number 2, along with graphic reconstructions showing the city planning and architecture of Milan from the 1st century BC to the 4th century AD. Moving downwards, we perceive the large exhibition hall dedicated to ancient Milan, number 3, whose right side is structured into a series of triangular wooden niches with large windows. Let's go back up to the point where we are located and proceed to the right to get in the inner cloister, number 4. Along the porch, there's a pathway reflecting the history of the ancient Milanese inhabitants, with rich epigraphic documentation and sculptural finds. In the garden of the cloister, the remains of a Roman house of the 1st-3rd century AD, number 9, are visible. Slightly higher, on the right, we can perceive the quadrangular base of the bell tower of San Maurizio's monastic church, number 5, which made use of a tower belonging to the late Roman circus. Continuing along the porch, we enter the gangway that leads us down to the polygonal tower, number 6, which is connected to a stretch of the city walls dating to the late 3rd, early 4th century AD. During medieval times, the tower was incorporated into the monastery. Inside, there are some frescoes dating back to the end of the 13th, early 14th century AD. Going back to the gangway and heading down again, we access the building overlooking Via Nerone, which is structured into 4 exhibition floors. On the ground floor, on the left, we find the conference room, number 7, and on the right, the room that houses the section of Cesarea Marittima, number 8. Returning to the "You are here" point, a little higher, we can perceive the drawing of the staircase leading to the basement, which we can explore on the map, drawn to the right. Above, we can perceive the rectangular room corresponding to the crypt of San Maurizio, number 10, a space dedicated to temporary exhibitions. Proceeding downwards, there's a room that houses the section named Abitare a Mediolanum, number 11, where many finds illustrate the culture, everyday life, and religious fervor of Milan's ancient inhabitants. On the left, we perceive the small exhibition space dedicated to the art of Gandhara, number 12. Let's now go further to the right to explore the maps of the 3 floors overlooking Via Nerone. Starting from above, we can find the 1st floor. The exhibition area houses the high medieval section, number 13, which shows visitors some finds from the Lombard territory dating back to the transition period between the late Roman era and the Middle Ages, with a special emphasis on the Longobards civilization. Turning around the stairs upwards to the left, we access the top of the polygonal tower, number 6.1. Let's go down and explore the map of the 2nd floor, which houses the Etruscan section, number 14, where visitors can discover the main aspects of this civilization, from its origins to Romanization. The thematic presentation ends with a display of some grave objects from the Cerveteri necropolis. If we keep going down, we'll find the map of the third and last floor, hosting the Greek section, number 15. Here, the visitor is introduced to the world of classical Greece. Red and black jars illustrate the different aspects of society and everyday life in ancient Greece.